Hello again, Lockpicking Paul here, and what I got tonight is an ASSA 700, and this one is pinned up to blue belt level, so this is all tapered drivers and key pins, and it's a lock that can grow with you. ASSA 700s can be quite expensive to get with all of the fancy gins and tree pins, but one of these has the same plug in it that all of the other red and black belt versions of this lock have, which is chambers 1, 2, 4 and 6 all have the undercut milling in this lock to interact with the gins and the tree pins. So that's worth knowing. If you get one of these and they're relatively cheap in the blue pinning version, the blue level, the tapered pins version, relatively cheap. So if you can obtain the pins maybe from some old ASSAs and Rucos, then you'll be able to get this thing pinned up and pursue some of the more difficult versions of this lock. That said, even with the tapers, this can be a bit of a pig to pick. If you're not familiar with tapered pins, they will set and then unset or not appear to set. You have to keep going, cycling around the lock. This one responds quite well to using very heavy tension, and that helps the tapered pins not to become unset. You can set them, especially if you sort of force the point in the pins, which hopefully is what I'm going to do when I pick this in a minute. So I'm going to get this set up in a vise, get it all focused in, and we'll see how quickly I can pick this tapered version open. Hopefully I won't have to go through the lock too many times. So back in just a moment. Right, all set up and ready to go. Our bitting, reasonably benign bitting, and most of the challenge is in the tapered pins. Right, reasonable tension just to keep those tapered pins set. There you go. It's open. So you're fighting the amount of tension you're keeping to keep the tapered pins down, but also that makes them very difficult to set. So that's the last pin there was just very, very stiff, and it popped open. It's very much about technique with these things. They're not hard, but they are tricky for sure. So let's get this gutted. We can have a look inside. I will use the key to gut this because there is a danger of brick in it, and I don't want to do that. Right, gutting tool, where is that? Change the focus to multi. Right, the thing worth showing about this is the core itself, with chambers 1, 2, 4 and 6 all having undercut milling. And with the right combination of gins and trees, you can pin this up to either a red belt or a black belt lock. I've got some gins around here somewhere, and I'm gonna, when I put this back together again, I'm gonna pin this up, I think, to red belt, because it'll be a bit more fun to pick. So just show you the pins. Nothing much to write home about other than to say they are all tapered. And this, if you've not picked one of these before, first time you pick it, it'll give you more of a headache than you think it deserves to. But they are, you know, quite good fun. And the steel springs in these, they're all steel springs. Really put up quite a lot of resistance. If you're used to picking the average Euro with brass springs, these are a very, very different feeling lock. Anyway, blue belt, ASSA 700, picked and gutted. Enjoy your picking. Cheers.